Hey everybody, it's Tiffany Nicole. Come on in, come on in. While it is fresh on my brain, please go over to YouTube on today and subscribe to my YouTube channel under Tiffany Nicole. I have such a wonderful topic and conversation for you all tonight, and so I hope that this really helps. I try to create these self-help videos for all of my followers and my viewers. The topic for tonight is it's a competition and you are your only competitor. I want to start off with a simple definition of what compete means, and in some form or fashion we've all competed in some way. We know exactly what competition feels like. And so competing is knowing and unknowingly striving for an objective, striving for a position, striving for a prize, striving for a profit, striving for a gain. And so I know that it's easy, it's very easy for us to compare ourselves, to compare our lifestyles, or to compare our jobs with other people. But I think we have to really remind ourselves that we all are far from perfect. And no matter what we do, no matter what we have, we're all imperfect. And there is a method to the madness. There's a way that you get there. And so I want to talk about what gets in the way of you getting there. What gets in the way of your success? And basically that is insecurity. Insecurity. When a person notices another person's power, another person's beauty, another person's talent, there's three ways to respond to that. And that is to admire, that is to compete, and that is to envy one's talent. Okay, so notice those three things, those three different ways of how to respond, of how insecurity responds to a person's success, to a person's power, to a person's talent. That is through admiring them, competing with them, or envying them. And so I want to go to the scripture real quick. A word. A tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, but envy makes the bones rot. Proverbs 14:30. There are some of us who admire strength. There are some of us who understand that hard work, that dedication, that commitment, that sacrifice all leads up to a person's success. It's also easily understood by some of us that to attain greatness in life, it takes purposeful decision making. It takes a commitment to self-improvement. Okay, so it just doesn't come overnight. It takes work, it takes dedication, it takes energy, time. And so there are some of us who apply ourselves on a regular. We do not waste our energy or time into envying another person's success. We simply welcome success. We simply welcome and embrace people who strive to be successful. We understand the principle of reaping and sowing. And so this is just a side note that when you compete against other people, you judge yourself based on their values. You know, it's basically like you're competing against someone when something is important to them and not so much important to you. You just want to prove a point. And so what that means is when you win, you would have done something that's only important to the other person and not important to you. So that's why it's important that you really don't focus on competing with others. You more so want to focus on competing with yourself. You want to focus on being your best self, okay? Competing with other people means that you don't trust the process. It means that you don't trust the plan that God has for your life. And that brings me to a belief that life isn't abundant. There's a lot of opportunities that await us all. When we compete with others, that means we don't believe. That means that we don't have faith and trusting in God that He will direct our paths, that He has a blessing with our name on it. And it's something for each and every one of us. Okay, with their success, there's a lot of things out there for us to achieve and accomplish if we focus on that, and if we trust that God has something in store for us, not so much competing with other people. So that brings me to, it's easy to lose yourself. It's easy to compare yourself. But I think we have to remember over and over and time again that there is something out there. There is an achievement. There is something specifically that you are good at that is for you, and nobody else can take that. Social media has brought on pressures. The action of a like does not mean anything unless you like yourself. A love doesn't mean anything unless you love yourself. So be mindful that you must love yourself before anybody else can love you. A lot of people like to validate themselves through social media. They live out loud so that they don't have to deal with the pressures of their heart, the true state of their heart. And I'm going to veer off a little bit, and I'm going to talk about during this COVID-19 period that has brought all of us to a point of reflection. And I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of statuses, on Facebook, on social media, Instagram, different things like that, where people mention about depression, they mention about anxiety, they mention all of these things that they're going through. But that is because simply you have this downtime where you can no longer occupy yourself with, I gotta go here, I gotta go here, I gotta go do this, I gotta meet this person. You can no longer occupy yourself with being busy. Now you have to sit in it. All alone at home, you gotta sit in all of your emotions, and you're forced to deal with those emotions. And so I just want you to be mindful that is the same way that a lot of people use social media. They don't want to deal with the true state of their heart. And that's what's going on in COVID-19. And so anyway, moving forward, I'm going to leave you all with a quote. I'm going to close this out. I am not competing with anyone other than myself. I want to be excellent at whatever I do. Maya Angelou. I hope this self-help video was really helpful to someone. Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you all have a blessed night. Thank you for watching.